A good picture equals a good brand. Welcome to Let's Talk Influence, and let's ask Praveen few questions on this same topic. A good picture equals good brand. Praveen, picture is fine,
Yeah.
but a good picture
Hmm.
is even more better.
Yes.
And one of the things which I find as a question is we don't seem to understand the value of a good picture.
Yeah.
Because if you have a bad picture,
Mm.
let's say a restaurant is there,
Right.
and if the restaurant takes a bad picture, nobody's going to come to the restaurant. Correct?
Yeah.
So, how do you see this? A good picture equals a good brand. How do you see these two words?
Oh, it's very powerful, Ashwin. I think you look at any magazine, you look at the way they draw you, say if it's a fashion magazine, look at the cover image, right? They attract you to buy that magazine, whether it's, 100 rupees or 500 rupees, they make you because that they're just one window. They have one window, one cover image, and they need your money, right? So it's very powerful. A good image. See, we are all visual beings. As human beings, we are very visual. Ashwin, last night I was at a restaurant, at a Malaysian restaurant, and I know there are about 40, 50 items on the menu easily. There are a lot of things that you can order from. But my eye was drawn to one food item because why? There was a photo of it. Right? Of all the products, I left everything and my eye went straight to that photo of a sushi boat. And that's what I ordered for dinner, right? Because your eyes are naturally drawn to a good visual. And when it's a good visual, they say that you taste with your eyes first. Even before you taste the food, your eyes actually, gets in a lot of information. And then like, okay, I want that sushi. I want that food, right? So any brand, say you're a company, you're a small cafe, you're a small entrepreneur, or you're a church, or you're whatever you are, I think the way you put yourself, products are made in factories, but brand is made in your mind, right? When they see you, they want to be part of that community. When they see your brand, they want to go to that cafe. When they see your shop, they want to be like, I want to go to that shop and buy that. You have to create that sense of hunger, like what a menu card does. Images are very, 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 very powerful. It draws you into it. So good image speaks volumes. And my boss at Kids for the Kingdom, he always says this, we're a small organization, but the way we project ourselves, the kind of quality we put, the kind of content we put, we're among the big guys. But if you look at the, size of our organization, we are very small, but we play with the big guys in terms of content and creativity and quality. And I think every brand, whoever you may be, branding is key, and powerful images, good images are very, very important. You don't even, in today's day, Ashwin, you don't have to, have a photographer or, guys, get guys to come and take. Yes, you can take some good photos, but we also have technology. There's free resources for a small time brand, for a small shop, like, or a small cafe. You have free resources like Free Pick and Pexels and Unsplash, right? You go run a search and these images are free to use. I remember working with a client a few years ago. She's a chef, and all of her images we took from Unsplash. And if you look through her Instagram profile, it looks amazing. It looks world class. It looks fantastic. We added some captions and stuff like that. Not a single photo was shot by us. But the powerful images draw. She got more clients and more orders because of that, because the images they were able to draw. We didn't take the image. The owner of that company didn't take the images, but we used resources. So either you shoot it, you have a team that gets those good quality images, or B, use resources, paid or free, to make sure you can tell your story better.
I think, Praveen, what you said makes so much sense, but I'm going more twisting it a little bit.
Yeah.
So, which means from what you are saying, if you have a bad photo,
Yeah.
it also tells a brand.
Correct.
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 Or rather, you may have a good story.
Yeah.
But because your picture is not right.
Yes.
Every Sunday I have influencers, I have leaders who go and speak.
Right.
But if you look at their website, if you
Yeah.
look at their pictures,
Right.
it's not updated, it's
Correct.
not new.
Correct.
And also, I would like to also ask this question. There have been brands, companies which have been there for legacy.
Yeah.
Like recently, I did a video earlier. We named our studio in Hyderabad called High Tech Studio.
Yeah.
We thought the word high tech was new, but
Yes.
then high tech people resonated with the high tech area. So we rebranded it, came back to the basics,
Yes.
and we renamed it from high tech to Good News Studios.
Yeah.
So I just gave that example.
Yeah.
So even in that story, that picture, one is the brand, but then maybe you are 30 years, 40 years ago, that brand was relevant.
Yes.
But don't change the name, but change the composition, rebrand it.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
right.
so there's so much to
Yeah.
that brand,
Yeah. Yeah.
But my question is, how do I get this? Yes, I got the picture right. You
Yeah.
spoke about that.
Yeah.
But how do I get my picture to tell the story? And why is that picture so important to my branding? That's the question.
Yeah. Good picture evokes an emotion. It wants you to be part of that community, or it wants you to be part of that brand. And big brands like Nikes and like Under Armours and all these guys invest millions upon millions of dollars on just their branding and quality of images. Because with that, just that one image, you're drawn to buy that shoe, or you're drawn to buy whatever product that they're selling. I think you have to take that formula, that essence, and apply it in your own way in your own business, whatever brand that you're trying to portray. I think, Ashwin, the difficulty is a lot of people face is that they struggle to communicate their story. It doesn't come naturally to them. It feels like, I think I'm trying to show off too much. What will people think if I talk about it too much? I think there's a lot of stigma related to like, even if you're a brand, right? You are a brand yourself. You as a person, as an individual,
Right.
you and I are a brand. And I think good pictures really build your brand well and tells a better story. And if that is what you're seeking, if that's what you want, and you want to communicate saying, hey, I want you to be part of my brand, I want you to be part of my business, then you've got to really invest on good images.
Yeah. And other takeaways apart from what you're saying, Praveen, just to correct me if I'm wrong, I think be simple is what you said.
Yes.
So be natural.
Yes.
Because by being natural,
Yeah.
you're actually not pushing a brand.
Correct.
You become a brand.
Yes. Because likability factor is very important, Ashwin.
Right.
Like when I see something, a product or a brand, it should resonate with me.
Yeah.
Right? I should like it. I should want it. I want to buy that shoe, or I want to go on that journey, or I want to stay in that hotel. Right? People invest so much because they want to make sure that they capture your attention. But when you do when you go overboard, when you make it too artificial, then you sound fake or you sound artificial. So it's a balance you've got to learn. And like you rightly said, I think it all comes down to simplicity, right? You make it simple, make it clean, make it clear what you're trying to communicate, and the ones that really catch it will associate with you.
Yeah. In other words, be real in a real world.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But Praveen, one takeaway which I want the audience to get in this, we're talking about a good picture equals good brand. And what you said is, we're not a big company, especially you're talking about your own company, but then you're competing with the big boys.
Yeah.
Every influencer may not be big,
Right.
but they are, in a way, they need to position that spirit of excellence
Yes.
so that they stand apart.
Yeah.
What's this one takeaway which you would like to give?
I think in one word, if you're watching this and you're seeking that answer, I think the one word is value.
Value.
Value. What value can you add to me? Right? I mean, there are a lot of communicators, there are a lot of brands, there are a lot of things that I am exposed to on a single day, whether it's through my phone or online media. There's so much that happens. But when I look at your post, or when I look at your photo, when I look at what you're communicating to me, is it worth my 2 seconds? In that 2 seconds, have I gained something? Have I learned something? Have you communicated to me that changes my life or makes it memorable? Then I want to be associated with you. So if you can add, Ashwin, if you're a creator or a brand specialist, or you're a communicator, company or individual, doesn't matter. If you can add value to my 3 seconds that I've invested in you, you've hit your target.
As what Praveen is saying, the first 3 seconds, the first 5 seconds will determine whether your audience is going to be with you or not.
Yeah.
Same with your picture.
Yes.
You can have hundreds of pictures,
Yes.
but that one
One
picture
photo,
will connect with your audience so well
Yeah.
that he wants to, connect with you. So for every influencer, what you're saying is the value proposition, what you're bringing.
Yes.
So I may be preparing a message where I'm going to give on a Sunday,
Yes.
but is it downloaded well?
Correct.
We're talking
Yes.
about download.
Yes.
And you can't fake it.
Yeah, you can't.
You have to be
You
genuine.
can't make it up.
At the same time, it has to come from within.
Yeah.
It has to come from above.
Yes.
And there's a combination which mixes,
Yes.
which makes a good story
Yeah.
or a good picture,
Yes.
a good brand.
And also a good way to see if that's work is when you start seeing people, your viewers or your followers, taking your brand and being proud about it. Right? Wearing your brand. It could be a logo. People take it.
Yeah.
And they find value to it. And then this is the last thing, right? If they find, okay, I can associate with this brand and I'm very proud about it, that I want others to know, that's where you've hit your mark.
That's it. So not only just telling a good story, but making the people see value in it.
Yes.
And saying like, you know what, I'm part of this story.
Yes, I'm part of this brand.
I'm part of this
yeah,
story. I'm part of this brand.
Yeah.
I think that was great takeaways, Praveen. In the next episode, we're going to talk about the journey behind the story.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. And I'm looking forward to spending the next 10 minutes in seeing what value I can get in knowing the story.